Facts and figures. Presidential candidates like to throw them out a lot during the debates, but sometimes they're not exactly correct. So let's go fact-checking now with our Tom Foreman.
When the Republican candidates were not lighting into each other, they were taking shots at the White House and President Obama. And Rick Santorum in particular had one of the sharpest attacks when he went after the president on military spending and on entitlement programs.
And the President of the United States can't cut one penny out of the social welfare system, and he wants to cut $1 trillion out of our military and hit our veterans, and that's disgusting.
But is that really the case? Let's take a look at it. The truth is the president has proposed $580 billion in cuts as they've tried to figure out how to balance this budget. $248 billion from Medicare, $72 billion from Medicaid and other health programs, $42.5 billion from federal worker benefits. You can argue about the specific definition of these cuts and when they're going to go into place, but they're not off limits. Clearly, the president has had to talk about them. What about the military part of this equation? That's a different matter. On the military front, what we have is a situation where there are $1 trillion in military cuts in the works here, but half of those cuts are automatic. Remember the super committee last fall that was supposed to come up with a new budget? When they didn't, this kicked in. Some of the cuts are related to the scale down of Iraq and Afghanistan. And, oh, by the way, Veterans Administration funding up under President Bush and President Obama. The bottom line is when you add all of that up and you consider this big grand statement by Mr. Santorum, you have to say, in the end, it was simply false.